Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 5th episode of Danshi Koukousei no Nichijou, or Daily Lives of High School Boys. And in the last episode, we had a nice school festival where absolutely nothing went wrong. We just had a good time with music playing, some fighting, some scary haunted houses, which are of course the best kind, and just a lot of good times had all around, basically. Also got to meet Ringo, finally, who's apparently the student council president of her school, Sonata East High, which I didn't see that coming, but I guess she's, no wonder Yuki Aoi decided to voice that character, because she's a pretty big deal. She's a student council president of a school that's not the main school. But yeah, anyway, let's get into it and see what our characters are going to do today. I'm sure it'll be something worth watching. 3, 2, 1, play. Yes. Interesting setting. Probably an interesting guy to meet. That would explain a lot. That would be much better, but probably not. Although that would again explain a lot. So who's the fourth guy exactly? That wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, a lot of help you are, mysterious man. Oh. Well, then you should know. Well, of course he's not him, because if he was, then there wouldn't be any, point discussing. You just had to look over to your left and you would know the answer. Well, you'd know his age, you wouldn't necessarily know, whether he was still stuck in elementary school or not, because that's certainly possible. But yeah, if he's the editor, I assume he would know. Fancy meeting you here on the beach. The part in the opening that always tries to make me dizzy. Oh, Ringo. The eternally buttered character. But seriously, girls, I will buy you a pair of sunglasses, just wear them. High school boys in dubbing. Okay, so like, I assume like dubbing over random characters, like people watching sort of thing. Like them, for instance. High school girls, what better characters to dub, really? Oh, middle school, never mind. That's... What are they even doing? Like they just won the lottery. I would give them lines, but it probably wouldn't be YouTube friendly. Okay, I don't think that's what they're saying. uh, uh, what back office? There's nowhere to go. They're outside. uh, I really am curious what they're doing. uh, we have a loser. Well, there she goes. I guess she's gonna go get... Crap, I was not fast enough. I was gonna guess that correctly too, that she was gonna go get snacks or something. I didn't think drink specifically, but... Yeah, that's totally what happened there. Well, that took a turn. Again, that's exactly what they're saying, I'm sure. Well, to be fair, it was probably accurate, so it's understandable. Though you can't expect people not to stare when you're being that silly. And seniority. Okay. More sibling stuff. Which means more bullying. So poor Motoharu, this is probably gonna be a rough scene for him. I would go with pizza personally, but... Oh no, all his sister's friends. And you can't see their eyes, which means they're bad news. It's never a good sign when you can't see someone's eyes in anime. Yeah, this is... Oh god. You missed your chance to run. I mean, they're not really that intimidating, but... But it's scary because they're girls. Why not? Well, that was an attempt. Yeah, close enough to slap each other in public in front of our friends. Almost an upskirt. Yeah, totally know who that is. You really should have left when you had the chance. Yeah, that's... I know, right? If only the world was forgiving of that act. Think his hair is fine. Oh god, oh no. Oh god, there wasn't any pride he had. I just put him in a skirt and he could probably pass for a trap. Well, I thought it was until you said that. You know, before I lose any bit of pride I had left, but no. Apparently he's being drugged along. Oh no. That should be a good thing, but in this case it's not. Don't worry, I'm sure people will write at Dojinshi where he gets his win here. Saviors. Like, I think Motoharu could use a savior. Like what equipment? Well, they obviously wouldn't have come to you if it was that simple. Yeah, just do us a favor, Ringo. You beat up our president, so you owe us this. Okay, this is starting to look kind of bad. You know, out of context, this could be, you know. Someone's gonna see, aren't they? Yeah, this could not look any worse if they tried. Oh no. I bet this guy feels like he's a protagonist of his own anime. About to meet his main heroine, but that's not really it at all. You mean us? We weren't doing anything wrong? But it'd be hard to explain your way out of that one. You know, if this was what you thought it was, they would beat you up, so... Apparently they're gonna roll with it. Is he actually gonna hit him? I doubt it. Well... This guy. He's definitely having his protagonist moments, so they're pretty nice to let him have that. But if this dude thinks he's gonna get laid, he's wrong. But I'm surprised Ringo hadn't said anything. Yeah, if that happens, it kind of was all pointless. Hopefully Ringo's not airheaded enough to ruin this. Oh no, she's gonna say something. She doesn't understand any of it. Yeah, don't touch me. You just met. You're not good enough to touch a character voiced by Yuki Ale. Ouch! Ouch! I did say she was always butthurt, and, you know, there we go. Did you actually figure it out? Because I doubt you did. What was that? I'm sure he did. Good thing we didn't get to see that, because that'd be really cringy. Old friends, whose, specifically? But yeah, good old McDonald's. Ooh, Pizza Lay, that best pizza place in town. I mean, middle school's not that long ago. You're in high school. I mean, she's kind of cute, who's she? I mean, obviously friend, girlfriend, or sister. She's scary either way, so I'm gonna assume little sister. Like if... I mean, I guess that's possible, but... I mean, if you two were girls, I would assume she was girlfriend based on reaction, but... I mean, I guess it could be girlfriend or little sister. Either one's decent chance of it. She's still looking scary, though, so... She could at least try not to glare. Maybe she's kind of a bad day. A lot of people can't read the mood in this show, apparently. But you're still assuming it's his girlfriend. I'm still leaning on little sister. Although if it was his sister, maybe they would already know that if they were friends, so maybe not. I don't know. It's just that they keep saying girlfriend, which makes you think it's not. Okay, I was right. So it's just a normal thing, okay. Okay. And now she is cute. You never asked, to be fair. At least I was right. Tale of a Great Man. Does this show have great men? Or great people in general? So Hidenori stuff? I assume he's not the great man in question. I bet. No, you feel Hidenori, man, is it hot? Must have been a while ago then. I can see that. Makes you feel any better. Motoharu's bullied, like, now, because of his sister and her friends. That's true suffering right over there. Who is this? Quite a getup. Because the one on the ground is Hidenori. So, otherwise I would assume that was him, but... Was that obvious? That's only so convincing when you're wearing a mask. Ooh, a whistle. You have to be pretty close by for that to actually benefit at all. I guess a vision and blowing in, he just doesn't show up because he's like at cram school or something. So did he ever come by when you blew the whistle? Okay. Did he come? Well, did he come by? No, I think you're just being a jerk. What makes you think you're entitled to his money? Come on, Hidenori, throw a punch, or a kick. At least one punch. You gave him the whistle, why would you and told him to blow it if he needed help? And then you say not to blow it. What kind of hero are you giving kids mixed signals? Oh no, whatever shall we do? Apparently he does have a reputation. I guess rubber bands are enough to make the difference. Even if you're outnumbered. Guess he just hangs around here. Either that or he followed you until he got his chance to be a hero. One of the two. While wearing a mask, no less. Wonder what he's doing now. Have you? I'm not convinced. It'd be funny if we saw him again, he hadn't aged at all. He's still the same size and everything. But you should hurry up on up there, see if you can see. It's a nice melody though, I'll be honest. Oh. Well, I guess it's just Yoshitake. Maybe he was the hero from the past, which would be disappointing, because he does have the rubber band, so I guess it is. Well, there goes that magic. Now that his hopes and dreams have been crushed. Okay, good to know. Okay, we get more book-loving girl. She's obviously gonna. I was gonna say, is she gonna be here? But because of the title, we know she's here. We just haven't seen her yet. There she is. Those legs. That skirt. And that hair. And of course the wind. You have to have the wind. What are you gonna say this time? Ah. Oh gee, that face. What was that face? That face oddly enough made me want to kiss her. I don't know why. Yeah, his internal yelling kind of caught me off guard. Don't play her game. Ignore her. Well, just go with it then. You know, it's no harm. Of course. I look forward to seeing that. Well, you're the one that came here, so, you know, you had to be prepared. Okay, that was the worst line yet. It was just a, yeah, normal small talk. Don't hurt yourself trying, though. Just say winter is coming at this point. I think you just disappointed her at this point. Clearly. Things getting really awkward really quickly. One more time. Okay, that was decent, I guess. I don't know why that was so funny. That was a great line to end it off on, though. And that guy's face is something else. Hopefully we get some more funky high school girls at the end of this. Get to check in on Ikushima, Habara, and what was the other girl's name? Nagiri, I want to say. I don't know why I have so much trouble with her name. This is the true amazing melody right here. One guy with his massive nosebleed out on his shirt. And yes, here we go, funky girls. They're high budget instruments. Okay, what are we up to today? Oh, we're actually starting right off with the still holding them. How's up? Well, okay, but it was fine. It was cute, doesn't matter. I guess we can't have that. I guess. Yeah, I think you're making up a plot. Another round two? Round two. I mean, it's good enough. Great, that was amazing. Good, good. We'll definitely go to London now. And MIDI. She is really always high tension, isn't she? Do we need a recap? There was like one scene. But I do remember that. Best scene of the last episode. Oh, okay, that's mean. That's great though, I love him even more now. He might not punch back, but at least he can block. Now block again. Good job, good man. Oh, hugs! Hugs are always nice. I want her to hug me from behind. That was great. Oh man, that was amazing. Now who's butthurt? This guy's so good. Why are these always the best scenes? Oh, that was too good. Oh. Scar. Well, that changed our tune quickly. Now I want to know what the deal with the scar is. Zach got them to shut up quickly. Oh. Tell me what happened. Also give me 5,000 yen too. So that was the 5th episode of Daily Lives of High School Boys, and this was another really good episode. So, first scare we got was we had our 3 main characters plus somebody else sitting at sunset having a conversation about the author of the manga and what he is. Is he a high school boy? Is he a high school girl? Is he an elementary school boy? All these are likely possibilities. And I guess the joke there was just that the 4th person, you were supposed to assume that it was the author himself, but no, it was just the author's editor, which you know, that makes sense. Of course, the author himself would be far too busy continuing to write the manga, I would assume. I have no idea whether the manga's ongoing or not. It could be, but I don't know. Either way, we just got the editor who would presumably know the answer to that question because he has to interact with the author in some capacity, because that's kind of what editors do. The next scene was high school boys and dubbing. Now this scene, our characters are looking at what I assumed was high school girls initially, but they're actually middle school girls, I guess. Not that there's much of a difference in anime, really. Like, it's really not much of a difference at all. But anyway, they were watching them, and they were very entertaining. Like, they were doing something. I really don't know exactly what they were doing, to be honest. It was cute, though. And this scene, once again, driving home that point that no matter what high school girls, or in this case, middle school girls do, it's always entertaining and enjoyable to watch. So, you know, it's no surprises there. So basically, yeah, they were just dubbing over them what they thought they were saying, and that was really funny. Of course, at some point it was obvious what they were doing. Some, you know, rock, paper, scissors, John, Ken, Pone, to decide who goes and grabs the snacks, and one of them lost, and one of them went to go do that. Well, specifically, she grabbed some drinks. And I don't really have much to say on this scene, really, besides the funniest part of it was near the end, where they were, like, dubbing what they were saying, and what they were saying in this case was, like, negative stuff about them, the creepy high school boys that are over there watching them, and just muttering to themselves, which, I mean, that was probably what they were saying, but either way, they were depressed as a result, even though it was just an assumption they were making, so that was funny. I think the best part of those girls' interaction is the scene when one of them comes behind the other one, grabs her boobs, causing the other one to squirt towards the other girl, so yeah, I think that was probably the real highlight of that scene. Now, the scene after that was a scene between Motoharu and his sister and his sister's friends. Now, this scene was definitely more, you know, depressing than it was funny. But it definitely had a couple funny moments, like the reveal of him having the girly hair and the over-the-top laughter animation of the girls that just screamed to make a gif of this. That was pretty good as well. And it's just a little bit funny seeing these cute girls acting all like delinquent-like. But, you know, overall it was more depressing than it was funny because, you know, poor Motoharu, it's never fun when you're getting bullied by your siblings' friends and you feel like you can't retaliate because, you know, they're girls and they're smaller than you and presumably weaker, even though they're very much ganging up on you and assaulting you and all that. So yeah, that was kind of a depressing scene. But now the scene after that was really good. Okay, we had our student council members of our main school talking to Ringo about borrowing some equipment because they really need it quickly, and this is kind of the best way to go about it. But Ringo is not really playing ball too well. She just keeps walking off, eating her things, like, no, you guys figure it out your own. I'll just do my own thing. And this somehow goes into a dark alleyway, and now we have Ringo, our girl, alone with these three guys who are kind of like, you know, cornering her, you know, basically looking like a very, very bad scene. Like they're trying to coerce her into coming with them, you know. It looks like a very criminal scene. So some guy that walks up, basically probably feeling like he's a protagonist of some anime, seeing the main heroine in trouble with some random delinquents, some random side characters. He's like, hey, let's all settle down here and leave the poor lady alone, okay? I'm gonna go full maximum white knight mode and defend Milady's honor, you know, and all that, while thinking he's extremely cool when he's really not. But yeah, basically the guys decided to play along with this, you know, as not to embarrass the guy. Basically letting him beat them up and hoping to just have Ringo walk away with him and everyone being able to leave the scene without any real embarrassment. You know, just bodily injuries, which is, I guess, preferable to embarrassment of one guy, bodily injuries for three. I don't quite see the logic there, but, you know, it's admirable of them to want to go that far for a guy they don't even really know, I guess, just to avoid that. But, yeah, in the end, Ringo was very much an airhead, so she didn't get it, so it kind of ruined the thing anyway, but Ringo's funny, so I'll forgive her for being an airhead, and she's pretty great. The following scene, we had Hidenori and Yoshitaka, I think it was, basically meeting up with an old friend from middle school who was with a girl that they were unfamiliar with. Now, they initially assumed it was his girlfriend. I initially assumed it was his little sister, so I guess that kind of ruined the final punchline a bit because that's what I figured initially. But especially because they kept saying girlfriend, 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 that kind of made me, you know, ironically made me more confident that it was his little sister because, you know, a big part of comedy is going against expectations. That's kind of a big thing, so, you know, I'm kind of metagaming it at that point, but, you know, basically the reveal was that it in fact was his little sister, and she lost her contacts, and that's why she's doing that mean gaze, not because she's, like, mad at those two for interrupting her alone time with her boyfriend, or anything like that, so, yeah, that was a kind of an awkward scene for them. Next scene, you had Hidenori reminiscing about the past, letting us know he had to deal with some bullying as a kid, and that some strange hero in a mask and rubber bands, you know, defended him and, you know, all that. He aspires to be like him and all that good stuff. And that scene, I mean, it really wasn't that funny of a scene. It was more, again, depressing than anything else. But we had that one final punchline near the end where it just revealed that it was actually Yoshitake all along. So, now, the final scene, well, I mean, the final scene, not including the Funky Girls, which is just kind of its own thing, really, was the scene between Hidenori and Book Girl once again on that familiar hill in that familiar setting and sunset and wind and all that good stuff. Now, Hidenori once again runs into this girl, which she was really excited about. The face she made was awesome. I kind of missed my chance to screenshot it, and in the moment I'll probably go back and do that. But it was a fantastic, fantastic screenshot, and also quite like Hidenori's internal yelling when you realize she was there. I don't know why he bothers to come here if he doesn't want to see her. Seems like a poor decision, really, but, you know, because we know she's here. She's always here to look for her, like, you know, fated one or whatever. So he should know that she'd be here. But anyway, he was struggling. He wants to, I guess in the end he decided to play along. He was struggling to really come up with a good line like he did last time. His first one was something like "the wind is chilly" or something really obvious. Like, that's not really a, you know, a cool poetic line or anything. That's just an observation, a comic small talk lines like, "Hey boy, the wind's chilly today, eh?" It's nothing to get excited about. And so we kept trying different lines and none of them were really hitting the mark, but I do love the change in facial expressions on Book Girl's face. That was really funny to watch. Just you could tell she was. It kept changing every time he gave a new line. It seemed like until he gave his final line, which she was pretty proud of, I guess. And her reaction to that was just laughing. I don't know why. That just hit me just perfectly in my funny bone. That was just really good. I don't know why. Just the comedic timing on that was just spot on. That may have been the hardest I'd laughed in the episode. Again, not counting the high school girls are funky part, which. It's not fair to compare anything else to that segment, because that segment is always top tier. It's always the best of the episode. Now, the high school girls are funky segment. This was a lot of fun. Okay, they usually do their instruments with, you know, just random stuff they grab, like brooms and mops and stuff, and all that. And we got to see an actual continuation of that, because usually it's just like the quick intro, and then they're like doing something else. This time we actually started off with that, and we got to see them with those. And I got a good look at Habara, who is not only using an upside-down trash can as her broom, as her drum, but she straight up like just dumped it out right then and there, and that in that exact spot, because you can see the trash just on the floor. That really is just oh my god, that is such a mess just to make like that. But yeah, Yanagi goes off on this thing about how it's not really good enough, they're not doing so well, they'll be looked down on by the boys, they'll never jump on the high school girl bandwagon, they'll never make a bunch of money and go to London and all that stuff, and just kind of making up this whole plot as she goes along, I guess. And I quite liked Ikushimo's reaction to the London part. I don't know, just the way she said, like, "Oh, we're going to London?" I don't know, just the delivery of that line, I just loved it. The enthusiasm and just the way she moves around with the mop and stuff. I don't know, I really like a lot of Ikushimo's reactions to things. Like, even in the first episode where they did this high school girls a funky thing, when her reaction to, "Oh my god, that sounds interesting," then runs out to go get the uniform. Like, I enjoy seeing a lot of her stuff. Now, what was even funnier than any of that was that we got to see, Kawasara, I want to say his name is, the guy with the hat. Basically, Yanagi getting into a fight with him. At first, I was like, huh, what's this about? What exactly is the problem here now? We found out that the snacks that he gave them were expired, I guess. So she's a little bit butthurt about that, but not as butthurt as someone will be in the near future in this scene, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, he basically blocks the attacks, because once again, we can't have guys hitting girls, you know? We can't have that sort of gender equality. We have to so all we can do here is defend ourselves. And even then, she was complaining about him having the audacity to block her punches. I mean, when the scene went from great to amazing was when Yanagi said, "Hey, don't block my punches." Like, she's like, "Stand attention," and it goes like that. Then she raises her next attack, and then he immediately just blocks it anyway. And that was great. And then she's like, "Okay, you know what? This isn't working. Ikushima, grab him from behind and hold him, because, you know, things clearly weren't unfair enough as it was, so we have to, you know, literally pin him down." I wish my nose would stop itching. Okay, and she does that. Now, she waits for her next strike, and then he turns around to where Ikushima's blocking the kick for her, and then she just kicks Ikushima in the butt. I don't think I can't, there's nothing I can say to make that scene any better. That was just perfect. Just watch it yourself 1,000 times, much like I will in the near future, because that was just the best thing ever. Probably the best single scene in the entire show. Is that little segment of that attack, the course of that attack. That was the best this show has gotten so far in its entirety. That was just perfect. And that was obviously the highlight of the scene, but the scene kept going a little bit longer. We had our girls, again, just continuing to verbally assault him. We had a really great line from Yanagi that I will read word for word here. "Why do you look down on others so much, you hypocrite?" That line, I could not think of a more ironic line. Like, I don't think it's possible to make a more ironic line than that, because Yanagi is quite clearly looking down on Kurosawa right here, and very much being a hypocrite with this line. Just like, I think we've ascended to something more with that line there. But yeah, basically they were laying into him as they usually do, and then he reveals his scar, and then they shut up pretty quickly with that. Basically, it seems like it's like their fault, more specifically Habara's fault, that he has that scar, and you know, she just offers him 5,000 yen as compensation, I guess. I don't think we know the story behind that scar. At least I don't think we do. But I wouldn't mind knowing that, really, the details. But yeah, I guess we know why he wears a hat now. That's pretty cool. And that's pretty much my thoughts on the episode. So let me know what your thoughts on the episode, as well as my reaction to it, are in the comment section below. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.